You will never be promoted working remotely. Not, I think that's a double negative, but it works in this example. Yes, you will be promoted if you work remotely, but you have to do certain things to get promoted. And it's definitely harder getting promoted when you are remote. So I want to go over what you have to do to get promoted. So let's start from where we are today in 2023. In circa 2018 and 2019, I would probably see, my team would probably see out of 10 roles, maybe one that is remote. Out of 20 roles, probably two, like 1 out of 10 would be remote, maybe less, maybe 5 to 10% of roles would be remote. After COVID, everything changed. And about 40% of roles, like 4 out of 10 or 5 out of 10, became remote in circa 2020 and 2021. Now, after COVID, right now, 3 years later, it decreased a little bit. There's about 3 out of 10 roles are remote that my team works on. And that's in IT, in sales, in finance, and executive. As you know, we are New Config. I run New Config, an IT sales, executive, and finance staffing agency. We have about 1.7 million revenue in 2022, and we're growing fast. There's 11 of us. And yeah, remote was a big part of it. It's smaller than it was last year and the year before, but it's still big. About 3 out of 10 roles we staff are remote. And then once these folks get jobs with our clients, get positions and careers, they're not jobs, these are careers. We're helping people land careers for the long term to help their families grow and for them to grow in these careers. So once they get to careers, they ask us for advice on how to move up in the corporate hierarchy. If I'm an analyst, how do I become a manager? If I'm a manager, how do I become a senior manager? If I'm a senior manager, how do I become a director or a VP, etc.? And there are 3 things that we have identified over the years that could help remote people get promoted and people that are not remote too, but it's definitely noticed more if you are remote. So let's do this. Let's help you be successful. I want to do this and help you because I have seen people that have been successful, and I've seen the successful succeed, and I've seen the unsuccessful fail. And I have identified it so as my team, the top 3 things that successful people that get promoted do that the unsuccessful that don't get promoted, they don't do. So let's go through them. So the first thing that successful people that get promoted do is they find a mentor. You have to have a mentor. A mentor is someone that's going to pull you up. So if they are here and you're there, they're going to pull you up to their level or a little bit below their level. And you need to be meeting up with your mentor at least once a month. I'd prefer twice a month or even once a week. So to go over your tasks, to go over your deliverables, to go over what you're succeeding at. It's very important to talk to your mentor. And I know it's harder to talk to your mentor when you are remote because you're not there in the office. The office might be in Florida, but you are in San Francisco. Or the office could be in Chicago, but you are in Boston, what have you. So you need to figure out how to talk to your mentor. And that's why Zoom is big. Teams are big. You should definitely be using Zoom. You should definitely be using Google Video or Teams. Talk to your mentor. Schedule a conversation with them at least bi-monthly. So you talk to them. So you tell them about your deliverables. They'll tell you which people are toxic and not to work with. They'll tell you which people are great to work with. They'll tell you which projects are toxic that will hurt your career. They'll tell you which projects to take on. So having a mentor is number 1. The second thing you need to do is actually do the work. Do the deliverables. It's the most important thing. It's one thing to have a mentor and he tells you to take on this project and you suck at it and you don't succeed at it. Then you're going to fail. But if the mentor tells you to take on the project and you take it on and you're successful, your career is going to grow because leadership is going to notice that you were successful in that project. So once you have a mentor and they tell you to take on projects, you should do the projects and get them done fast and get the team, manage the team, execute, do the action. And I know that's harder to do while you're remote, but you'll have to figure it out. You have to schedule meetings. You have to do the deliverables. If you need to travel, meet up with your team, go there on site. Do what you got to do to get the deliverables done. And once you get the deliverables done, you have wins. And that goes to the third thing I want you to do, is I want you to count your wins. I want you to record your wins. So when you are talking to leadership about getting a promotion or a raise, you could tell them about all the wins that you have. When you're talking to your mentor and he's asking you for bullets to tell leadership to sell you, you could tell him about all your wins. You need to count your wins every day or at least once a week on what you succeeded at, and that way you could show leadership, you could show your mentor, and you could show yourself. You feel proud of what you accomplished that week. You got to remember, you are not there as a workhorse. You're there to be in leadership. You're there to be successful. And for that, you have to sell yourself. And to sell yourself, you need wins. You need to talk about your wins. You need to have your wins. So this is the top 3 things you need to do to get promoted, to get a raise while you are remote. You need to get a mentor. You need to have Google Video or Microsoft Teams or Zoom calls with them every week or bi-monthly. You need to act on your deliverables. You need to succeed on them, finish them early, finish them successfully, and you have to count your wins so you have your wins and record them on Google Drive or take notes so you could tell them to leadership when it's time for a promotion or a raise. I hope this video has been helpful to you. I hope this video helps you get a promotion. If it's been successful, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for my next video to help you. I want you to be successful.